Tus tarjetas Visa y Mastercard en hoteles participantes.
Hola.
Banco General. Suscríbete a los vecinos.
Hola.
¿Me escuchas?
Sí.
Ah, perfecto.
¿Puedes presentar la pantalla?
Sí, dame un segundo.
Verifica para saber si puedes presentar la pantalla.
A ver, compartir pantalla. Hola de nuevo, se sale esto. Voy a probar.
Las noticias que son noticia. Y lunes a viernes a las 9 de la noche por el
Ok. Estamos viendo tu pantalla.
Ah, perfecto.
Bueno, hay nada más 2 espectadores aún.
Así que espera un momentito, digo yo.
Estamos nada más tú y yo.
Ah, bueno, digo. Si te doy la charla a ti.
Sí, dale, sobre todo.
Entonces al final va a ser en inglés, ¿verdad?
Sí, vamos a hacerlo en inglés para que los de Brasil puedan entender.
Ah, exacto, sí, pues me di cuenta que... ¿Cómo se llama este man? Leo.
Leo.
Ah, hizo el comentario, así que hay que hacerlo en inglés por fuerza.
Bueno, cuando vea quién llega más, empezamos, pues, cuando tengamos 3 o 5 personas.
Vale, pues.
¿Dónde estás?
En mi casa. Ah,
al lado de una autopista.
sí, ahí pasan muchos camiones.
Ay. ¿Será que tengo que invitar a la gente o ellos tienen el link?
Sí,
Su
pero
efecto.
ellos creo que pueden entrar y pueden ver, que es lo que queremos, ¿no?
Sí, sí, o sea, ellos pueden entrar y pueden ver, pero los espectadores, o sea, en espectadores nada más te tengo a ti, a Itamar, a Daniel, a Leti
Ujú.
Hood, no sé quién es Leti, no, tal vez la conozcas tú.
Ni idea.
Alejandro Pérez, ese
Ah,
no,
Alejandro.
no lo conozco para nada. Rino Rondán, Daniel
Ah,
Brun y Eduardo Lucena. O sea, se me ocurre que los invite dentro del hangout, porque en teoría lo que el hangout nada más los va a dejar ver en stream. Así que los voy
sí.
a invitar.
Al saber. Va, trata de invitarlos a enviarle así como me llamaste a mí, trata de llamar a todos para ver si
Sí,
se
sí, sí, sí.
conectan. Puede hacer eso. Digo, es la primera vez que hacemos una reunión así, así que yo creo que la gente va a estar medio enredadita.
Ok, vamos con Itamar. Sí, este es mi círculo, le digo invitar. Ok. Después a Daniel Lara. Lete Hut, Alejandro Pérez, Rino Rondán, Daniel Bruno, Eduardo Lucena. Sí, ok, están todos. Ver más. Atos. Atos. Atos Ribeiro. Atos Ríos, Atos Ribeiro. Atos. Señor Kraken. José Reyes. Aquí como quien no quiere la cosa, necesito contactar con Locomurdo para la cosa de José Laya, el venezolano que está aquí conmigo para embajadores.
Ah, ¿verdad? Para
Si lo
embajador, sí.
es, si lo es,
Yo, yo puedo hablar con él porque a veces hablo con él en la semana, así que yo puedo escribirle y le puedo decir.
sí,
Me pongo en contacto contigo.
lo que pasa es que parece una diva, weón. Yo lo llamo, yo lo...
Así, ahorita mismo anda así como una diva, casualmente.
Ok, ya están invitados todos, hermano.
Vamos a ver, hay que esperarlo. Neville, falta Neville.
Ujú.
Acuérdate que él preguntó por eso, así que hay que ver si lo invitan también.
Sí. Neville. ¿Neville tiene Hangout? Sí,
Sí, sí.
obviamente. Y Bruno Sanuso, que no sé quién es. Ok, aún estamos tres. Bueno,
Hay tres ahora. ¿Quiénes son? ¿Quién es el otro?
no me lo muestra. Who is another guy that is in the Hangout? Speak Spanish or not? Ok. Hi, Neville.
Hola,
Hola.
Neville, hola.
hola, parece el locutor de radio.
Hola, ¿cómo están todos?
Y entonces solo vamos a hacer nosotros tres.
Sí,
Exacto.
si va a ser para nosotros tres, entonces imagínate. Los
Va a
tres,
ser bien rápido.
los tres sabemos cómo hacer tickets, los tres sabemos cómo hacer reembolso.
Neville hace el reembolso.
Débil hace el reembolso.
Así
No,
que,
no me va a gustar. No, es que la idea fue precisamente hacerlo en Hangout porque es la forma más fácil de explicar a la gente. Por
Sí.
IRC no se va a poder.
Sí, lo que yo estaba pensando, ¿sabes qué? Era de volver sobre el track
Ujú,
y ver si podemos usar algunas de las cositas estas, de los menús, de los pull down que no estemos realmente ocupando,
ujú,
para ponerle cuál es el estado del ticket, es decir, cuáles están en solicitud, cuáles ya fueron pasados a meeting,
ujú.
¿verdad? Cuáles están pendientes de ejecución, cuáles están pendientes de reembolso, ¿verdad? De tal manera de que a la hora de que nosotros querramos podamos, este, de manera rápida ver qué es lo que está pendiente, porque de repente alguien me dice a mí, hey, hay un ticket que está ahí, y si yo no estuve en la reunión, no sé nada del ticket.
claro.
Si no estás en la reunión y además que tampoco te vas a poner a revisar todo el track.
De volver sobre el track.
¿Quién es el bebé que está ahí?
El hijo de Eduardo Lucena.
Ah, ok.
Mira, para comentarles, por acá por Hangout no se van a poder conectar más de 10 personas. Como habían hecho la invitación primero,
Ujú.
nosotros estábamos viendo y de hecho entiendo que todos los que tú tienes como espectadores están viendo y están escuchando y hay una sección de preguntas donde podemos interactuar.
Ok.
Yo creo que esa es la mejor forma.
Bueno, no,
No
entonces,
se puede conectar más de 10.
ok, bueno, ellos pueden escribir.
Hay una
Hagan una,
sección de preguntas hasta
Ok.
donde puedo ver.
hagan una prueba para ver. Que alguien envíe
¿No hubo alguien
quién
más que
están conectados.
There is anyone that doesn't speak Spanish. Sí, porque si no hay si todos hablamos español, lo hacemos en español. O seguimos en inglés.
Como quieran.
Okay. Well, we will assume that the people is connected. If not, this session will be recorded. So, this is your call, Adele. Thank you for joining us. Well, go ahead with your explanation about the tickets, about the reimbursements, um, all the all the things that you have to explain. Okay,
Give
go
me
ahead.
1 minute. Give me 1 minute. A moment. Dame un momento, tengo que cargar algo.
Hey man, there is no circus. I can give you a minute. uh, okay, I am watching the question. Atos is connected. Edward is connected. Okay, but they are public, not participants.
Okay, I see. I saw the one. Okay, I'm ready. Let me share my screen. Oh, are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Well, This like workshop, hands-off lab, will be about how to make proper reports, follow the proper steps to get reimbursement for the events that we made here in Latam or in Fedora in general. The first thing I want to share with you is this link. It's about the rules or the guide for asking for reimbursements. I will start from here because this is what we have now, and I think this wiki page should be updated with the current information and with the information we are going to um, update with the strategy we spoke about on the last week meeting. This guide includes information about what will be covered if you make an event, the methods that right now we are using to make the reimbursement, which is PayPal, and which are the rules and the limits that we have to follow, and in case we are asking for any kind of reimbursement. So here I'm showing this page, but right now I would like to emphasize that we have to update this. I think by the end of this meeting or maybe next week we have to update this as an action of this meeting. Update with the proper information, with the research that we are going to do during next week and this week. Okay. First of all, most of the events that we like think we're going to participate on the fiscal year are listed on this wiki page. This wiki page is related to budget, but it's like the fastest way to know which events Latam ambassadors will be participating in. This wiki page, titled Budget 2017, have it's divided by quarters. Each quarter is like for a period. In this case, from March until May. And in this case, for example, we got here Fleasol, release parties. We got here a mini workshop in Uruguay. We got another release party and other events in Brazil and some other countries. And here we put what we plan to use as a budget to make this event a success. Um, it is important to mention that even if you put here a value, for example, Frisol Peru put here $120 as their planned cost, it should not be like exactly the same. In some moments it should be lower and sometimes it will be higher, but it has to be justified. And that justification should be written on the track ticket that I will be speaking later. So we have to write down the events on this wiki page. The most important thing here, by quarter. For example, right now we are, I think we are like in a few days we are on June, so we have finished the first quarter, and we have to like assess if we participate on all of the events we mentioned there in this table, and if we spend what we like proposed, and start thinking about the second quarter and the events we wrote there. In this case, on the second quarter, we wrote like less events than the first quarter, but are events that needs more budget than any other quarter in this fiscal year. So we have to be very careful here in what we are going to spend. For example, Coneesc, this is an event from Peru, is like $900. Alex, which is the owner, should be able to like be specific on what he's going to do with that budget. And same thing with all the events on this table. For example, right in this same quarter, we don't have any swag and shipping budget allocated, but I think we should like use the swag and shipping information we proposed on the first quarter, because I think the only country that made something with stickers and t-shirts and buttons was Nicaragua. So the other country we have to like move on with this and like ask for the proper budget for make the media. After I will be specific on Plisol, which is the biggest event on the first quarter. For example, we have Plisol Panama, the event like I held on this first quarter. For that event, the proper thing we should do is to have a wiki page for that event. Right now, we are not doing this. Some countries are doing that, but not all. In this case, I didn't make a wiki page for this, but for example, Plisol Cusco made a wiki page for the event. As you can see here, the important thing with the wiki page for the event is to describe some specific details about the event. First of all, the date, the location, and some description about the event. What is it about? Which, sorry, got a question or something? Are we okay? Eduardo?
Okay. It is important to know that we can feel the wiki page or the documentation about the events after the event. Okay, we have to feel before the event and
Yes.
not 2 or 3 months ago after the event, because that doesn't make sense for our budget. Okay.
Yes, of course. I will be more specific on this. We have to do the wiki page. It's like to explain what are we going to spend. We need this to know. For example, I don't know what is. For example, Coneyesk. I don't know what is that. They have the URL for the event, but I don't know specifically what it's going to be about. For example, Fedora Week. This is a Fedora Week event. I assume that it will be about an event, maybe a workshop related to Fedora, but they don't have any detail there. So the importance of having a wiki page for the event is like to document what the event will be about, what will be our presence as Fedora on the event, and what will be the schedule, like what we're going to achieve from this event, and also detail the budget we're asking for. And after, this is like before the event, as Eduardo said, but after the event, we have to include our event reports, have to include like the reports are some blog post, or it's like to say what happened on the event. I will explain about that later, but have to include all the event reports after the event and have this like, okay, we ask for this and we receive this, or we spend this and we receive this. To be specific on what really happened on the event. That's the main importance of having a wiki page for each event. Okay. Having that set up, we have write the event on the budget page. It is to like announce what event we're going to participate. Having a wiki page for the event is to be specific on what we're going to do for the event. Important thing too, every year as an ambassador, as a Latam member, I see that we participate almost on the same events every year. So having this wiki page for Fleecehold Cusco, it will be the same or pretty similar on 2016 or 2017, 18, 19, 20, and any other years that Fleecehold will be held. So having like a template for the event will be very useful. So indicating the event here, then including the information on the wiki page will be the very first step. The very first step for everything we want to do, and like everything related with the budget and getting reimbursement and those stuff. It's like the first thing we have to think about. Right now, do anyone have any question or something? Or any comments? Eduardo, Neville, Itamar, are we okay right now?
No, from my side right now.
Okay, I shall move on.
Everything looks good right now.
Hi, hello. Okay, I will move on then. After having the event detailed in the wiki and its proper wiki page, assume the events happen. Okay, we have the FleeSol, Fedora participate there. I gave a speech, I gave a workshop, I did whatever I did on the event related to Fedora, of course. After that, the things I have to do are like 3 things. The first thing is to write an event report on your blog. This is like the first thing you have to do after the event. This report is to say, primarily is to say what was the event about, which persons like from Fedora participated on the event, what the people from Fedora did on the event, and finally what do we achieve from the event. It's like from my point of view is the 3 most important things to point out on a blog post about an event. Some people write a lot of things on their blog posts, and some people do not write a lot of things on their blog posts. They write the specific things. We don't have a rule here. Um, some people will write a lot of things, explain every detail that what happened, but the main important thing here is to like the minimum is to describe the event, is to say who participated, what he or she did, and finally what do we achieve from the event. In this example, it's actually in English, I spoke about what happened on FleeSol Panama. I say what was the event in the first paragraph. After that, I explained who participated on the event. In this case, we have Alejandro Perez and Jose Reyes, even Gonzalo Nina, which is from Bolivia. After that, I make explain what else we did. In this case, I mentioned that we have a previous FleeSol and Chiara and Alejandro participate. Um, what I do is to have each person that participate on the event, I make a link to its Fedora page to make people that read the report able to know that, for example, Alejandro Perez is a member of Fedora and he has a wiki page and fast account and those things. Finally, I explain here what we have. For example, we got a new possible contributor, Julian Vega, which he knows a lot of Blender and 3D design. And finally, we made a local user group, Linux user group, at Universidad Interamericana de Panamá. We're working on that. They're trying to participate with Fedora and with some local events with the Linux. So in this case, from FleeSol, for example, we have the wiki page which explains the details about the event. Okay, this is the date, this is the location, this is the description, who's going to participate, the ideas and the budget, and then we have what we did on the event after the event happened. After that, after we have this, we have to look for that. We have to be sure that our blog is linked to the planet. In this case, the planet is the place where all the blogs from every Fedora contributor is displayed. In this case, my FleeSol report should be able to appear on the planet. In this case, not only LATAM members will be reading the report, but members from another regions, APAC, NA, and EMEA. So in this case, we have a global presence of what we did on the event, and it will be easier to justify what we are doing on our region. Okay. After we made this report with the link, we should update our wiki page. In this case, they did not update the wiki page. We should update the wiki page and include the link to our report. In this case, to have this historic information that we have the event, we plan it, we estimate what we were going to spend, and after that we have some reports. In this case, the reports will be from several contributors, not only one, in cases more than one contributor participating on the event. And after that, we have to go to, I think, the most important and maybe the most difficult for some people application to use. In this case, is the LATAM track. I will be logging out I was logged in to check some things, but I will log in out. This is the main window from the track, Fedora Latam track. In this case, you need to have a fast account. In case you don't have one, you have to create one, and after that, have to like log in. The site will ask you for your user and password. In my case, I already wrote that, so the session was still alive. And in this case, you have to create a ticket in case you don't have one. You just finish your event. You take pictures of the event that you included on your report. You took pictures of your receipts of what you have spent on the event. That's an important thing to mention. Before opening any tickets here, you have to be sure that you need a receipt. Receipt is, in Spanish, recibos of what you spent on the event. In this case, if you bought any media, made, for example, t-shirts, or you have transportation expenses, all the expenses you had on the event, you have to have the receipt. For example, I will show you a random receipt. This receipt is not related to Fedora, but it's an example of a receipt. Of a receipt. In this case, I took a picture of it. Important thing on the receipt is to have a picture with the clear presence of the receipt, not cutted, not incomplete, nor partial picture of it. You have to show all the receipt. If you don't make that, it will be more difficult to make the reimbursement. We're technical people. We are people from information system, network, telecommunications, and some of us does not understand what are the rules on finance and accounting stuff. But we have to be clear that we have to take a clear picture of the receipt, have the receipt with the date, with the information of the company we made the expense, with the time and the date of the expense, and the detail of the expense. In this case, if you made an expense related to, for example, transportation from your current city to another city, it has to be detailed on the receipt. What you did there? How much does it cost? And if possible, you should have your name or the name of some of the Fedora contributor or owner of the event on the receipt. It will be easier and will be more transparent. With transparency, I mean that you are not like uploading or having a receipt with something not related to Fedora. I mean, having the name, the date, and the description, it is easier, sorry, to like link the receipt with the event. For example, let's assume this receipt was for transportation. It's just a parking ticket, but let's assume it's a transportation ticket. It got, I spent here $5 with 35 cents, and this picture is a full picture of my receipt. It is not partial. As you can see here, here's the full receipt. So it is it's useful to make my ticket, to fill my ticket and ask for reimbursement. Personally, I don't like taking picture of receipts like this. I prefer to scan the receipt. It is like a different kind of image here. I don't have one right now, but it's mainly having the white space only and like a photocopy of the receipt. But a picture like this is still useful. How do you can take a picture like this? If you don't have a scanner, just take a picture of it with your cell phone, high quality, if you have, but and upload it to somewhere. In this case, you can have it on your Dropbox, you have it on your Google Drive, on your OnCloud, whatever you want. But finally, you will upload it to a place called Fedora Track, Latam Track, which is this page. In this page, you will create a new ticket. There are two ways to create a ticket. The easiest way is to go here and the button that say new ticket.
Let me
You
ask,
click.
let me
Okay,
ask, let me ask something, Abdel.
Okay.
Usually we have a problem with the uploading images in the track. Okay,
Okay.
so please don't upload images because these images is limited to 2 MB or one
Yes,
megabyte.
of course.
Okay,
Yes, yes.
so take into account that Agdel said upload to Dropbox or upload to
Google Drive,
any
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 source.
storage service and share the link. Okay.
Neville.
Um, we can change the setting for the upload. We can increase the size, but the idea is to have a balance. We don't want 10 megabyte image. I think that we can set that to a higher level. It is possible to change that,
Okay.
and
Perfect.
I don't know why we haven't done that in the past, but we can do that.
Maybe that could be an action for this meeting.
Yes,
May you write down that, Eduardo, somewhere?
I
Well,
have something.
many of us has admin privileges, so I will looking forward to for the
Yeah.
action, and I will activate it. Okay.
Okay, yes, because that has been a problem. But in reality, I have find more problem with taking a picture than actually uploading the picture. I have found that people can upload things, but they take very bad pictures.
They take
Uh,
a picture.
I can share something here.
Please, go ahead.
One advice: if your phone doesn't have quality to take photos, please scan the receipt and send the image. That's it.
And while Neville is looking for the example, it is important to mention if you don't have the receipt, please don't try to open a ticket asking for reimbursement because it will be useless.
Are
You
you?
need to have the receipt. Okay, go ahead.
I am in the right now.
Yes,
Showing.
I'm able to see your screen.
So this is an image that is actually on the track, and you can see the picture there. And then I have a second image that is the remaining of the. So this is not a problem about taking uploading. It's about taking the picture because
Correct.
what you need is just to flat that in a surface and take a proper picture. But here we have two part of the image that is kind of impossible for me to justify for accounting that I'm going to reimburse this.
Of course.
So that's one of the case that I wanted to
To share.
to share. Yes, I
Well,
will get back to you.
thank you.
Yes.
Well,
Continue.
actually, that's a good example. Is a perfect example of what you don't have to do. If, as Eduardo said, if you don't have a high quality, actually, you don't need a high quality camera. You only need like to flat the receipt on any table, have a space with good light, and take the picture. That's the only thing. The most important thing with the receipts is to having a clear picture. With the numbers of the important numbers are the total, the descriptions, the dates, and the people like which is the responsible of the receipt. That's the most important thing to have. It doesn't have to be an HD picture, but we having a clear picture, we are okay. But
Yeah.
take a good picture. That's the most important thing here.
Yeah, and
So,
it is important. It is important that it shows the name of the person that is doing the action.
correct.
So, uh, if there is a group, it can be anybody from the group that is organizing the event. But if it's only one person, it has to be the event owner. If it's only one person that is running the event, it has to be under his name, the invoice or receipt or the ticket that you are providing has to show your name.
Well, actually, that's I will become. I'm coming back here to the wiki page. That's why on the wiki page we have to write down the event owners, and of course linking them with their fast account, so that in a case that you have a receipt, you have like several options, several people that can appear on the receipt and are able to like justify that the receipt, invoice, or paper that you received from a transaction is actually from for a Fedora event, for a Fedora media, whatever that you will be uploading on the Fedora Latam track.
Okay, let's make this a fact. I cannot reimburse to somebody that doesn't have a fast account. I cannot reimburse to somebody that with the fast account hasn't created his or her wiki profile.
Correct.
Because I have to put that in the report. And if there is not wiki profile, I cannot really reimburse that.
Of course.
So,
of course that.
So that is important. It's an important detail. You can be a very long time contributor, but you for handling funds, you need to be really official on board, having your profile already up in the wiki. So it doesn't matter. Somebody from the group has to do that, and it's possible that not everybody is contributing and having their profile, but the person that is putting the receipt has to get their profile right in the wiki of Fedora.
Okay.
Okay.
So
One question about you just telling us. What happens if another person that is not an ambassador or is not contributor bought money from their own pocket, okay, and you have to take back the money to the
to the person that lend you the
person.
money.
Somebody has to be responsible for that and has to be a person that is a contributor, has a fast, and has a wiki profile. And I'm going to put that on the report.
That person will be like the gateway for
Yeah.
that person that lent the money.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that should be written down if I know like if that person is like, and I don't know, I think the Fedora contributor will be the gateway. That's the important thing, and you have to have all that Neville mentioned: the wiki page, the fast account, and will be the responsible for the transaction with Fedora. And when that person receives the reimbursement, that person will be responsible with the other person to make the proper transfer.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think.
Yes, is a question for all the people that
Yeah.
this could happen.
This can. Let me make a small break here.
Okay.
Let's say that you don't have a PayPal account that is working for you. I can make the reimburse to your cousin in Spain or whatever country that is. I can make the transfer, but I need the invoice under the name of the contributor, and I need that the invoice is for somebody that is a contributor that has a profile, because in the end that person is the name that is going to be in the report. So I need to make the circle about this receipt corresponds to a person that was in an event and handled these actions. And because of that, we need that has a pass and a profile. And I'm going to put that in the report for accounting. And I'm going to take all the pictures and make a big PDF, putting all the pictures page after page, send that for accounting. So I need a proper, if I need to triangulate to send to somebody else the money, I can do that. That is not a problem. It's not something that is making confusion. But it is important that we make certain that the person is taking ownership of the event and it's putting the name of him or her in the receipt. So we can link that. But anyway, we are going to create a ticket. Abdel already has that on the screen. And the thing is that for making a ticket, you need to have a fast. So you'll have to wait there. Go ahead, Abdel.
Thank you. Well, right now we're going to create a new ticket. This ticket will be just like for testing. We're going to close this ticket after this meeting finish. So this is the page with the form that we will fill out with the information about the reimbursement ticket. The summary will be like very short detail about what we're going to fill about. In this case, reimbursement. I don't know, for Lizol, Panama, in 1000X. Have nothing serious there. The description is on the ticket one of the main things here, because on the description you will be, as the word says, describing all the details of the event and of the reimbursement you're asking for. In this case, I just suggest to like say what was the event about. In this case, I will copy paste what I had on the wiki page. I will have a space where I can show the results. Oh, actually, we don't have to do this. Actually, we have to just link the wiki page, which will have an updated information of the event. In this case, event. On the expenses section, I will describe what do I spend on the event that is actually related with Fedora, and I have a receipt for it. In this case, for example, I will use my example. This ticket, let's assume it is a transportation ticket. So I will write down there, transportation is in my country. And I would put here the total here was 535 USD. So I would put 535 USD. So I have the detail and finally the total. Total is 535. If you have to write it like beautifully or something, you are able to do that. I will try to make it simple, like the way I wrote. I'm writing this here. The first expense, in this case the only expense, is transportation from Panama to Colón. This is as you can see on the picture, is the quantity spent and the total. And finally, we have to add the information, the reimbursement method. Right now, the official and the only reimbursement method is PayPal. So I have to, this case is important. Important, I was about to forgive this, is to include something that most people forget when they are filling their reimbursement tickets. That is the PayPal tab. I don't know if it's the real name, but it's like a little percentage that PayPal.
PayPal international fees. That is
Yes, it's PayPal international fee. That fee is what PayPal like cobra.
It's a commission fee.
Yes, it is. It's a fee that we have to pay, and in this case, which is the international fee for Panama. But let's assume it's like,
It's
for example,
5.9% plus 30 cents.
okay, thank you very much. Will be like this. Okay, let's make this
But that is not so for all the countries, right?
That is not the same for all the countries. Right now, after this like this campaign of like teaching how do you do defense, we have to set up the reimbursement methods and we have to write down all the international fees. For example, with PayPal, all the international fees from the countries that are member from Fedora Latam, for example. But right now, I'm using this as an example, 5.9% plus 30 cents. In this case, 5.9% of my 535 is it's like 0.059 cents plus 30 cents. Okay, 31 cents, 30 cents plus the 30 cents, it's 62 cents. So the total will be 7, 9, 597. So right now I have the event wiki page, which is the formal way to have a centralized page with the information of the event, the description of the event, the owners, the schedule, what we asked for, and the reports, which will be the links to some blog post that will be Fedora Planet that will describe what do we achieve from the event. Also, we will have the expenses we had on the event. In this case, my example is including just transportation from one city to another. It is just 535. And the PayPal international fee. Right now, this is the only reimbursement method we have, so we have to learn how to use it. The international fee is 5.9% plus 30, and then I included my PayPal account. Neville, do you want to say something? Or Eduardo?
I used to share the link, the PayPal webpage, okay, with the international fee.
Yes.
This webpage will be shown to the user with
GeoIP.
yeah, localization.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. That is the GeoIP issue with the PayPal information. So for me, it's very difficult to make a reimbursement because
Yes, it's
difficult for
difficult.
me to make a
To
reimbursement.
make a reimbursement with the client. Yes.
The thing is that we have. I'm going to get back to you in a minute.
No problem.
Okay.
No problem. Okay. It's difficult to Neville make the reimbursement without the international fee because he can see the fee in their own country. Okay. The information of the web page is personalized is personalized according to the country. Okay.
Yes, the PayPal page use geolocation, and it knows where are you and will like put the information about your country. Neville will not be able to see all the information for all countries, so you have to help him out and put that information on the ticket that you're filling out.
Neville, no problem. All of us, we have children.
Okay, so let's go
Yes.
back to this. The problem is with PayPal that has this GeoIP trying to help you to find your information, the information for your country. And the problem is that if I try to look for the information for a different country, I just find a very huge table with all the information, with all different transactions for all different commerce sites and everything. So it's really difficult for me to find the specific that apply to a single person, single transaction for a specific country. And that's why I need people to look for their own information. And actually, I tried to make a table for that, but nobody really filled the information and the part that was related to that. And I was just filling in by experience from the different reimbursements that I already made. And in that case, for instance, I already know that for Brazil is 70.5%, and they don't have this fixed 30 cents or 50 cents. It's only 7.5. And there are other cases where there is also bank too, because after you get the money in your account, you need to cash that, and you need to make that from electronic money to actually cash that you can use. And at that point, you might have to pay something else to your bank, and that is really specific from one bank, and it can change in one country from one bank to another bank. So it is impossible to track down all that information. That's why it's really important that the person asking for a reimbursement providing the full information about all these transaction fees, because we want to pay back all the money.
Yes, and that's something that we as Latin members detect as a problem, because when we ask for a reimbursement, we do not take in consideration what Neville is talking about. PayPal got its fees, banking got their fees too, and we do not include that, and by the end we're just receiving less that we are actually spent. So it's like we're losing money doing an event with Fedora, but it's not actually a Fedora fault. It's our fault because we are not like clear of all the fees that we have to pay to receive our actually the money we spent back. So please take in consideration all the things Neville said. The PayPal international fee is used geolocation. He can track that. Also, he can track the specifics for each bank from each country. It's actually like impossible. So you have to help him out. If you have a particular situation in your country, you have to say that. If, for example, you need to put that information on the ticket, you have to just add it. If you have to say no, I actually using this bank because I don't have an account on that bank, and this bank got that percentage, describe that on the ticket. The more clear the ticket is, the easier will be to approve the ticket, and with the detailed information of the expenses, it will be easier to reimburse that. Do you have any other thing to add on, or shall I continue with the
Well, remember that if you need a wired
transfer?
transfer, you can do that, but this will take time. Okay, sometimes this will take 2 or 3 or 4 weeks to do that. Okay, so try to spend for your own pocket and ask for reimbursement. Okay,
Shall I continue with the ticket creation, or do anyone have something to ask? Or
continue.
okay, okay. This is mainly what you have to add. If you see here, it's just a few lines, because mostly the information and report of the events is included on the wiki page. The expenses are detailed here, and I put here my PayPal account, which is right now the only method. Here I have to include some metadata information, metadata. This metadata, it's like putting a category of the ticket I'm creating. In this case, I will put event, because Flixol is an event. Component, right now the current or default value always is Chile, Argentina, Peru, Paraguay, Bolivia, and others, but I will put Latam because this is a Latam event. If you want to add a keyword here, you're free to do this. I don't know if actually I don't use it. I don't know if any other countries use the keywords, but I can assume if, for example, it's like common event from Latam, for example,
No,
Flisol, I will add a keyword here. I don't know
the only thing that we use the keywords right now is for meeting.
Meeting.
okay, so that I will
Because
not add. Tell me.
because this should be done in advance. You project and you make how much you open the ticket saying how much you will spend,
Mhm.
and after that you know about that, but you need to justify how much you are spending in the event. So you start uh, after making your wiki, you make your ticket, and when you make your ticket, you put the word meeting on the keyword. So we approve that in a
Well,
meeting.
Can you see my screen?
actually you are correct because I'm like putting information after the event, but actually the ticket is filled before the event. Um,
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
yes,
so probably you will put all these expenses in the expenses detail with
in an
the
update.
people on that in a comment after the
Yes,
event has happened. But
yes,
sometimes you already know beforehand all the information.
yes. Okay.
Okay, okay. Can you see my
I don't
screen?
know if you're
Yes,
going to make some stickers.
Okay.
I have a quotation and everything will be run smoothly. There will be no change in that.
yes,
But
If
of
if
you
course.
don't
you
put,
are making some transportation,
mhm,
sometimes I can go higher and lower, and I have to adjust that.
Yes.
okay. If you
Go
don't
ahead.
put the word meeting in the keywords input, the ticket will not appear here. Okay. And each week that we are discussing about tickets is because we have a meeting agenda. Okay. So if you don't use the word for tag the ticket will not be appear here. So could be missing, and you and many of us will don't know about your ticket. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So the important thing on creating a ticket, of course, before the event happened, needs to add the meeting keyword. Let me look for any example of ticket. Uh, okay. Okay. I think this is a good one. Okay. This is an example. Here we have an event created by Neville, where he describing the production of Fedora logos, bubbles, and media for the year. He is describing the approach the scope of the media creation. In this case, it including Flizzle, including so many other events that will happen on the time. In this case, here also including that he's going to send some stickers to Honduras, like to share with another country. In this case, he's mentioning that the quotation is like $116, and he's detailing the taxes needed and the total for the expense that he's going to have um, creating those stickers. In this case, he attached also the quotation. As you can see here is a clear photo of the receipt of the quotation. In this case, the quotation, as you can see here, the client he asked the company to put Proyecto Fedora. In this case, put Fedora or Proyecto Fedora would be okay. In this case, he put his name because he's the ticket owner. So this quotation is properly made because, as you can see, the date is a real date, 9 of April. Here, sorry, he created the ticket on 7 weeks ago. It's on April, I think. Mention weeks. 7 weeks ago is on April, yes, and it's like in he's properly designed with the date that he's creating the ticket. It's not like I asked for a quotation a month ago and I opened the ticket like 3 months after. No, it's like following the same pattern. He uploaded his quotation, and in this case, he uploaded the the what he's going to use on the as a stickers and the swag he's going to make for the Nicaragua and Honduras for that fiscal year. In this case, he made he attached the information, and after that, on a meeting that we right now have on Saturdays, um, by this time actually, we discuss about this ticket and see if that ticket will be approved or rejected. In this case, it was approved. After the meeting, in this case, William removed the meeting keyword. In this case, the keyword here was appearing, but after it was approved or rejected, the keyword was just removed. In this case, as Eduardo said, it is the way we can like properly track the tickets that we have to look forward on the meeting we have. In this case, going back to my previous ticket, in this case, let's assume we are asking for I will put reimbursement, but the event is not yet happened. I will maintain here the international fee, and I will change this to just description. Transport. I will remain in transportation, but I'm not sure this is the actual value. I need for the transportation, um, and the calculation for that will be, give me a minute, dollars.
It is important to know that please use American dollars in the ticket, okay? Nor your
So
actual
local currency.
nor your actual currency, because it's very difficult uh, for Neville make the exchange, okay? So put the values of the expenses in North American dollars, okay?
Okay, so I will put here possible expenses because it's not actually an expense. That would be right now the way we should move with this. Have the event wiki page with the description of the event and the owners and what we're going to do. The possible expenses will be all the possible expenses, as it says, that we will have on the event. In this case, the only expense that we possibly have is transportation from one city to another. I estimate that it will cost $6. And here is the PayPal international fee information for that specific case. So right now my ticket for asking for budget is like $6 with 65 cents, and I'm by forward including my PayPal account, so I don't have to add it later. After I created that description, I put this as event component Latam. The keyword will be meeting because we will discuss if we're going to approve or reject this ticket, and the amount will be the total you put on your possible expense. In this case, is $6 with 65 cents. Remember to use USD dollars. Um, in this case, okay, the owner, I will put my email, or I'll try to put here is the user of the email, Eduardo. And Neville. I don't remember here what I put
Your
on the
user.
owner. It is
It's
the
your
user,
user.
right?
Your user.
Okay. I put the user. In this case, I'm the owner of this ticket, and I will like to having sanity. I will include as a copy Neville because he is the one who is making uh, the possible. He's going to make the reimbursement in case this ticket will be approved. So I will put him as a copy, carbon copy here, and me as the owner. I will click the checkbox here because I have to attach something, and I will click on the create ticket.
Please go to the component.
Oh, sorry.
Ah,
Oh,
okay. In the component, there are different areas. Okay, Central America, South America, and
yes.
other areas of Latam. Okay, Latam is a component for global tickets. But if you are doing a ticket for your own country and you are in South America and Central America, please pick up the correct.
Okay. Okay. Here's the picture again. The ticket again. Here's the components. In my case, I'm from Central America, so I will put this, and I will submit the change. I'm just editing the ticket. Um, I will. Okay, that does not went well. I will attach my. If you don't have a quotation, just leave this like this and wait for the meeting to have this ticket approved or not. In case you have a quotation, you upload the quotation. It is in this button. Okay. After you create the ticket, the event will happen. Before the event happens, a meeting will happen, and it will be approved or rejected. In case it will be approved or rejected, neither the situation, we will have a comment here from Eduardo, from William, from me, or from anyone that participated as a share on the event. In this case, right now we have the three roles, which is the storyteller, the logistician, and the treasurer. So any of us, well, actually including Neville as a current card holder, are able to say here that this ticket was approved or rejected. So right now, in this case, we have to wait for the next meeting, which is on Saturdays, and wait if we have quorum on that meeting, and wait if people approve or reject the ticket. Let's assume the case that we approve the ticket. I don't know if Eduardo, if you can like put agreed, add a comment on this ticket and put like agreed.
Every time that we made a meeting, if your ticket is approved, this will appear in the log of the meeting. Okay, so we can put in your ticket the word agreed in the link of the meeting. Okay,
Of the meeting log. Yeah.
so take into account that any people can make question in your ticket, okay? Because this information is public. If anyone have doubt about your ticket, that person will do a question in your ticket, and if you want, please answer to them, okay?
Mhm.
But as I say, Agdel, Nabil, Agdel, or me, we will pop,
And William.
and William, we will pop the word agreed in the ticket. That means your ticket is approved. Okay.
Did you update? I will like not having me. Okay, I will put a grid here and
Mm-hmm.
a fake link
Sí, sí.
to fedoraproject.org Latam. Look. Look, it is an example. Let's assume here you receive an email where you just um, notify that your ticket was updated. If you use IRC, you will be seeing a message from Fed MSG Latam, which will say that a track ticket will be was updated. So you can see it from the IRC, or you can see it from your email. In my case, I will review it on my email. This is the first email I received 4 minutes ago when I created the ticket. After that, I changed the components, but then I received an email that says that my track ticket got a comment where this is agreed. So I would be happy because Latin people agreed on my ticket. I'm just having like the confidence, the real confidence to do the event and have the expenses that I specify on the ticket. So let's assume that you have this event. After you have the event, remember to create your blog post of the event where you describe what was the event about, who links to that people fast and wiki pages, Fedora wiki pages, and finally what were the outcomes from the event, and then update your ticket. Have to open the track, Fedora Latam track, and site and log in, view the tickets. I will do the exercise for people that are not familiar with the that are not familiar with the track environment. Okay, you enter here, then you look for view tickets. You could look at my tickets, active tickets, for example, and you can order by the ticket number because you will have your ticket as the latest one. So is here. The ticket 350 is my ticket. I will open it, and as you can see, here is the comment where we agree on that ticket on the meeting. If you check the link that Eduardo, William, Neville, or I will share on the track ticket, you will be able to see how many votes do we have, what votes the people have, people made, and have the transparency of all the process. After it's agreed, after you have the event, after you have this, and after you update the information on the wiki, you will only have to put here is the real expenses you have. I have these expenses. No.
Éxito.
Exacto, éxito. I wrote it well. Transportation. What a station. Station. Now yes. Transportation from Panama. Okay. I will put the info. Actually, it was and the PayPal international fee for five was 62 cents, I think. But let me calculate it again. 535 by 5.9%.
How much do you want the size? Because right now is 256 KB. I don't know how much we need. One meg for a file.
I think 1 meg from 1 meg to 2 megs will be sufficient.
I think 1 meg will be more than enough.
Yep.
Should we try with one?
I am okay with one.
Okay, I will set it right now.
Okay. Okay. I'll put it like this, with no numbers. Okay. The total 597. That's the actual final value for my ticket. So I have to upload the receipts for that, and in this case I will submit the change, and after I submit the change I will upload
The
the
receipt.
receipt. Let me look. Okay, here is a section on your ticket page where it's called attachment. This place is where you click and look for the file. Right now the size limited 1 megabyte. It opens a dialog window, look for it, downloads. Here is my receipt. I will open it. You may add a description of the file. I will put here receipt. And add the attachment. You have to wait until the request is finished of the upload of the file, and after that, you have to wait. After that, after you upload the receipt, what we have to do is to wait. Okay.
It's more than 1 megabyte.
Yeah, ultra high
Okay.
quality picture. Let me
Well,
give me a minute.
as
Let
we
me a
say,
minute.
as we said before, if you have problems uploading your receipt,
Okay, of course. If I have problem uploading the receipt, I should be able to look for a link of it using a storage system as Dropbox or Google Drive, or your Fedora people account if you have one. I would use, I don't know, Google Drive would be the.
yes, I think all the people know how to use storage
Yeah.
services.
Yes,
Okay.
I,
I'm just uploading it there to put on a link. So give me
I will ask I will ask that probably it's better if we make the trouble to use GIMP and reduce the image because
Mhm.
I,
it's very easy.
I I actually thought of that, but I don't have game installed on my machine, so
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, but
that's
yeah,
why.
but, but let hear it. The reason behind that is because if you upload, it will be in the track and it will be in the Fedora infrastructure.
Of
If you
course, of
put
course.
a link to somewhere else, that service might go down and then we lost the image.
Let me
Uh,
do some magic.
you can have your Dropbox. If for some reason you are run out of a space and you delete, you can forget that you have a small image that you need to be public. So for that instance, I suggest that it's better that we take the trouble to reduce. Now that I have set that to 1 meg, I think it's very easy. I just upload a PDF of the invoice
Hmm.
from the ticket that you were looking for on the stickers from Nicaragua,
Okay,
and
okay,
as it's a full page PDF and is under 900K and it's in good resolution. So I think that is better to make the effort because it's really easy to take the picture from the phone, move it to the computer, and then edit it, cut a little bit, lower the doctor pixels to something that is for web, and then it's done.
well,
yes.
we will
Okay,
try. We'll try to change the config of the
Or,
track.
the other thing that I would suggest, if we are going to use something that is not tracked, then use your Fedora people space,
yes. Yes.
something that is permanent for Fedora.
If you don't know what is the Fedora people space, we will share you the link of uh, like how to use it or how to set it, and maybe we could have another meeting where we can teach you how to create that.
Yeah, we should make kind of a small talk or tips and hints about this kind of thing that are very useful. But we
Yes.
are getting out of topic. Get back to the ticket, please.
Okay. I will move in. I will be moving on to Neville's ticket because I was not able to reduce the size.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, no problem. No problem, but
I will
is
move to Neville
understood.
ticket.
It's understood that we have to upload our receipts.
I
Yes.
I think it's 328.
328. Okay, I will 328, 328, 328. Correct. So Neville uploaded after the event, after whatever, he uploaded his the invoice, or yes, actually it's the invoice of the expense. Uh, so here is uploaded, and after that you have to wait that actually Neville um, reviews what you uploaded. In this case, that the ticket is sorry, that the invoice is a properly taken picture.
Actually,
That
we scan
the
it.
okay, tell me. Sorry, Neville.
It was a scan it. It's not a picture. It's a scan of the invoice.
Okay, okay. In this case, it's a scan. Okay, it is okay. I understood. It's a scan of the invoice.
No, not.
I think I'm just sharing the. Okay. Here's the scan of the invoice. First of all, the client. I will remembering this because it is important to have this information. The dates, and the client. The client is Neville. Neville is the owner of the ticket. So it is okay. Here is the price, the total price, and sorry, here's the total price including the tax, and it was actually paid. So this is the local currency for Neville, and in the ticket, you should be able to change that to USD, as I think he made here, and include his, in this case, he should include his PayPal account here, and wait for Neville to reimburse Neville. But in a real scenario, it is like you from Argentina, Brazil, Panama, whatever you are, you should be able to wait that Neville reviews your ticket to see if that scan invoice or photo invoice is okay for the accounting report he have to make, and then he will be sending the money to put on the expense to your PayPal account, including PayPal taxes, including information you described there. That's it. After you receive the money, you confirm Neville that you received the money and ask the ticket to be closed. For example, if I just received the money, I will tell I received the money, thank you. And that's it. Send the comment, ask, wait for the ticket to be closed, and that's it. You receive the money. In case you have to do any banking transaction to have actually the cash, you made the transaction, but in a Fedora point of view, you are just served. You got your money back, and you can do what you need to do with that. Do you
Okay.
have any questions right now?
Don't assume that Neville knows everything about your ticket or about your day. If you are watching that your ticket is passing the time, please ping to Neville or ping to me or another or for example
William or Abdel?
Lilian or Potty, and we will ping
Neville.
to Neville. Okay?
Yes, that's important too because Neville is not a robot that when you update the ticket, he will receive a message directly to his mind to say, please review the ticket. He's a busy man, as all of us. So if you see that your ticket is taking too long to get in the reimbursement, please kindly ask Neville to do that, or Eduardo, William, or me. Important. Right now, that is something that we're trying to implement, to set deadlines for the tickets. I mentioned that on a previous meeting that we should, like, if the event is on today, for example, you should not be taking too long to make to ask for a reimbursement. You should not wait for more than 2 weeks after the event finished to ask for reimbursement. You should be asking the reimbursement, if possible, the same day or 1 day or 2 days after the event, um, to make this process quicker and do not like taking too long defense. Why do I mention this? Because we have a case of someone that made the ticket, we approve it, but he did not upload the receipt. When Dio uploaded the receipt was like too many months after the event happened. Then we do not track that ticket. We forget about that. The person that asked for the reimbursement, I think, forget about the ticket, and after like 5 or 6 months, we reimburse that money. That is not a correct way to do that, and that is not acceptable and will not be acceptable right now. So from now on, from Fleasel on, we're having deadlines for the events. If, for example, Fields is on a month, you need to put your receipts on your track ticket 1 week or maximum 2 weeks after the event. Not way more than that. It is not a rule written on stone, but let's try to make it like a rule. Do someone have any question?
Okay, if you have problem, you can say that, hey, I cannot download my receipts because I don't have internet. Anyway, but if you don't upload your receipt in 2 weeks, we will ping you, and if you don't answer, we will close the ticket, and we will not reimburse you. Okay?
Yes, that's correct. That's correct. So we have to have procedure for fence. We are too flexible. That is not wrong. That is not bad. But um, in this situation we are having as a region where we are getting our budget cut because we are over asking and underspending. We have to be very serious of what we are doing with the money. It's actually not our money, but we're using that money. So we have to be serious with that. And helping Neville, which is the person that is like making the reports, having the card, have the name of the card, we have to be serious with him and do defense in the proper time. As Eduardo said, if you have problems, you have to ask anyone in the group for help. We are on IRC, which is the main channel, the official channel for communication, and we have an unofficial channel, which is the Telegram group. You should be able to ask there if you got any problems, or using another official channel, which is the mailing list, which is something that we're not using. Have to continue using the mailing list, and well, that's it. Use the mailing list, use IRC, and in case it's feasible, use the Telegram group. But remember that Telegram is not an official channel. Do
So,
anyone have any
people,
questions,
we
comments?
have 1.5 hours in the meeting. So I think we have to close this meeting for now. Well, if there are questions, please feel free to send to the
Mailing list.
channel, or via email. Okay. So I'm watching that there is no questions on the channel.
While Eduardo is going to look for the questions, I will remember you that this is the first phase of like the strategy we're going to follow, like to solve the situation we're having. We're trying here. The objective of this presentation is to like giving you the details of what you have to do to make things right. Remember that after this, we're going to share a spreadsheet. We're going to specify all the possible methods, alternatives to PayPal, and after that, we will verify that information. And after we have a formal proposal, we will propose it to the council. So um, please follow this. Do not leave it like on this meeting only. and continue tracking what we're doing for our region. That is mainly what we're doing, looking the best for Latam.
Okay. Remember that this was a special meeting. That means that we will not count our meetings in Hangout. Okay. And the next meeting will be held in IRC as usual. Okay. Thank you so much for attend. Um, Thank you, Adele, for explaining us all. Well,
That's it.
goodbye. That's
Goodbye.
it.
Thank you very much.
I will share the video for with you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, ciao.
Bye.
Bye.
Ciao.
Chao. Estoy viendo cómo grabo. Estoy viendo cómo grabo.